Hey guys, what is up? I am here today to teach you guys a little bit about how to create sigils. So basically, to start off with, what is a sigil? In magical practice, a sigil is it's basically a condensed form of desire that you are translating from your type of language into quantum language. Um, what that means in a more simple way is that our type of language, let's say, requires or like it is a way of communication that is talking to another person through like alphabet, sounds, letters. So that is a formula of communication that we utilize every day, like I am right now talking to you guys. But when we're trying to manifest stuff, what you're basically doing is you're trying to focus a vibrational communicative. Oh my God, all right, that word's so annoying. You're trying to focus a thought that you're trying to communicate um, from the physical realm into the astral slash ethereal realm. And the ethereal realm doesn't deal with um, doesn't recognize letters and stuff like that we do. They recognize more abstract forms of like intent and feeling and emotion. So what we're doing when we create a sigil is that we're taking our physical language and abstracting it, condensing it, and then abstracting it into their language so that we can communicate to the quantum realm. And then from the quantum realm, it's reverberated back to you and manifested into reality. Um, so some processes on how to do that. I have two ways of creating sigils, and sigils are, just before I go into that, sigils are a really easy way to do magic. So there's a lot of practices that can be more complicated, more ceremonial, but as I have found, sigils are just one of the most fun and simple ways of doing it. Um, and you can definitely practice yourself. So I will show you how to do that in two different ways that I've learned that are the simplest ways that I found. So the first way is basically, and I got so here is I got this amazing little book when I was in France, and we were at this awesome, beautiful chateau, and there was like a little bookshop right next to it, and it was just like this little leather bound like book that was so just cute, and I was like, I know I'm gonna use this for some magical purpose of some sort, and when I finally got into sigils, I was like, oh, it's perfect. Like it's small and it's condensed. It's literally what I want. So let me find like a great example here. Um, let us see. Okay. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I have to like pick because like these are like my desires, so I can't like exactly show you all of them. Okay, here's a good one. All right. So this one is this is like an example of like how you manifest it on a page. So what you start off with at this point up here is you start off with just writing what you want. So basically that includes like it could be like it is my desire to like here to open my third eye. And for those of you who know, I'll also do another whole thing on like the third eye. But basically, yeah, this is the third eye, and then so that's my sentence. And then what I do is I cross out the vowels and then the repeating consonants. And then that leaves me with the second line here, which is the like a condensed version of that. So already starting to condense and abstract it. And then when we get to this version here, what this is I'm taking those letter forms as like objects and shapes and like basically mashing them together in an interesting way. Now, this is where you can get really creative because you can do it in any way that you want. It's very specific to how you want to express yourself, and it's really what ties the magic to you and from your way of thinking and wanting. So this is the really fun way to do it, and you can just come up with so many different ways to put these together. And then one thing that this is like a little bonus right here. One thing that I've learned about as well is that you can basically write out as if it happens, and through doing that, you're feeling that it's happened, and then by the law of attraction, which we'll do another whole video on, aside from the third eye one, by the law of attraction, it should draw to you. So that's just me doing like a little bonus there. But basically, this is the main thing that you want to end up with. And then right now, I keep them in my book, but like a little book. and usually forget about them, which is basically really essential. So that is something that you want to end it with. You have the sigil, you created it, you want the manifested desire, and it's condensed and abstracted, right? Um, and then you want to let it go. So you can either try to forget about it if you're good at forgetting about stuff, or you can burn it. One thing that I've actually started to do is I've started to post them on like my social media. So by having other people see my sigil, it gets charged. And I'll do another video on charging. I might mention it just a little bit here. But basically, I get to let it go. It's put on social media. And then other people see that. They don't know what it means, but they're looking at it through their subconscious quantum realm mind, and they're activating it for me. And then the more views, the more powerful it gets. So that's like a little trick using modern technology with old practical magic. So that was one way with the books, and that's like a really personal, creative way. Another way that I like to do it, that I've just recently learned about, is it's called the Rose Sigil Cross, I believe, the Rose Cross Sigil. So these are examples of that, and basically, uh, yeah. So these are like the abstract forms, right? So two things to look out for here. Actually, before I get to that, so this is the finished, what it should finish look like finished, right? But the actual key, map key in that sense, is this. So I just printed this out. It's really easy. You can find it on the web and stuff like that. But yeah, so basically, it's sort of like this. You create your condensed form of desire, like your sentence, and then you simplify that sentence. So like here, I could just like connect the dots, sort of, and create an abstract sigil for pie. Like maybe I want apple pie or something. So I'll just like write apple pie here, and then it creates a sigil for me. So this way is a lot more creative. But this one, if you don't want to spend the time trying to put it together, you can literally just spell it out here. And then with that, what you'll get is you'll get these. So these are just, and like looking at these, like I don't even remember what I like was asking for or like wanting. So that's great because I'm like, all right, it's out of my physical mind and now it's in the quantum realm mind. So anytime anybody looks at these, they're reading them subconsciously, and so is the universe around us. The thing about that you want to make sure though is that, for example, here, see if I can point. So that circle right there, you want to start with a circle and then end with a line. And that's basically a way of like showing that you're starting a sentence and ending a sentence. So if you start the circle on the letter that you want to start with, uh, and then end it with the line, then that's like a sentence in an abstract way. So that is two ways that you can create sigils and start manifesting in your physical reality today. If you have any comments, just let me know below. I'll try to answer whatever I can that I haven't answered in the video. I'll also, if you guys want more in-depth videos on sigils and other topics that I will be discussing in other videos, let me know about that too, because I basically research this stuff like all day, every day, as my favorite pastime. But yeah, so I'm excited to share that information with you, and we're basically all co-creators and need to take action and actually wanting to manifest the life that we desire and stuff. And this is the tools to do it. So, or one of the tools, depending on what you believe. But yeah, so that's my first video. That's basically what the majority of this channel is going to be about, just magical practices, how to utilize them, maybe some art, because I'm also an illustration artist, so I like to illustrate fantastical things, so I'll probably include those in my stories. And yeah, we'll just see what we get up to, but you guys will obviously see as I post more stuff. So my camera's probably about to fall again. I will get better equipment, so the video is what it is now, but it will grow as we do. And that's about it. So I hope you guys have a great day.